This life is an open road.
Hey, welcome back to Just a Gypsy with Nick Russell. I'm Dave Dufour, and guess what? It's time for our destination of the week. And this week we're talking about a place that, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty near and dear to your heart. You've been here a few times, haven't you? To the Florida Keys.
Actually, I've only been to the Florida Keys once, but it is near and dear to our hearts.
Oh,
Place I
okay.
can't wait.
All right, I for some reason, because of all the pictures, I assumed that maybe you'd spent a number of trips down there. But yeah, it's beautiful. We've got a lot of pictures, and just tell us, well, in terms of an RVing adventure, it's pretty RV friendly.
It's RV friendly, but take your checkbook with you because it's expensive.
Oh, okay, all
But
right.
it's worth every penny.
Well, that's good.
It's worth every penny.
Those blue skies and sandy beaches look pretty good to me right now. Anyway,
Very
so
inviting.
what is this? What are we looking at here?
This is Smather Beach down in Key West. It's a beautiful place to hang out, and you can launch your kayak from there. You can wade, you can swim, you can snorkel, or just sit around and watch the pretty girls walk by.
There you go. Okay. All right. Okay. And your campgrounds are what? Are they fairly close to the shore there? I guess everything's pretty close to the shore in the Keys, but
Well, right. The Keys are a chain of islands, and so
right.
nothing's far, from the shore as far as that goes.
So
There are only a couple of campgrounds right on the water.
Oh, okay. So, but most of them are a little bit ways off. But okay. Let's look at our next picture. What's next here? There we go. You were talking about kayaking. This is you and your wife Terry.
Myself, my wife Terry, kayaking near the 7 Mile Bridge.
Okay.
And this was actually our first time in kayaks in these particular boats that we had just purchased.
Mm-hmm.
And our first experience was starting out in the Atlantic side and paddling under the 7 Mile Bridge into the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay, all right. And the 7 Mile Bridge is, is it at the sort of at the beginning of the chain, or where does that fall in the?
It's about halfway down.
About halfway down, and it's all causeway in terms of driving, right?
Right. A lot of people think that as you're driving to the Keys or through the Keys, that you're going to be looking at pictures like Smather Beach with that beautiful white sand and palm trees, and actually, there's a lot of mangrove swamps and a lot of trees, so you don't actually get that many views of the water as you're driving down.
Oh, okay.
But the 7 Mile Bridge is one of the most scenic places. You'll get some beautiful views. The water is everything from turquoise to blue to you name it. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
Right, right. And I assume that wildlife along the way is pretty fascinating as well, especially in the mangrove swamps, right?
Among other things, they have what are called the key deer, which are very small deer. They're about 2 feet tall, 2.5 feet tall. That live
neat.
Down there.
Yeah.
Only place they're found.
Wow. Now I had not heard of that. So cool. All right. What's next? What's our next shot here of the Keys?
Well, the Dolphin Research Center. Everybody has to stop there. It's at Marathon Key, just before you get to the 7 Mile Bridge, and it's a home for injured and stray dolphins. And it's just, if you've been to SeaWorld or something like that, you've seen the fun, the kids stuff. But this is a place that's a serious research center where they go in and they study and they preserve habitat for dolphins and all sorts of things. It's very worth the trip.
But they do they now? We have some other pictures of perform. Now they do
Sure,
a dolphin show
perform,
as well.
yes.
Yeah. Man, that is.
They've got. It's amazing how intelligent these animals are. To go and see, they love to please humans, and they'll even mimic human actions. So
Wow.
we spent a day there and just had a wonderful, wonderful time.
Gee, so they sit on the beach and drink beer too, right?
There
If
you
they
go.
mimic human actions.
There you go.
have
Watch the
a
lady
yeah.
dolphins go by.
Oh well. Okay. All right. And then from there we go to where? Oh, that's
Well,
okay.
this is Baha'i Honda State Park.
Okay.
Right at the end of the 7 Mile Bridge, and it's one of the several. There's 3 or 4 state parks in the Florida Keys,
Okay.
and this is one where you can camp right on the water.
It's great. And the
In
facility.
fact, we launched our kayaks near there when we paddled.
Okay, full facilities. Is this one of those now? If you plan to travel down there, is it pretty much you better have a reservation, or is it first come first serve? I know that some state parks do it that way as well. Or is this more of
You need reservations, and usually Baha'i Honda State Park and Grassy Key and those a year in advance is not too soon.
Oh, okay. All right. So when you planned your trip, you had to get that out of the way real early then. Yeah. So and sometimes they're funny about how they whether they take reservations that far in advance, but apparently this one does. But yeah, that's
There they do.
yeah. Well, I mean, it with that kind of a location, you can expect it to be in demand. Next photo.
Once in a while, you can get lucky and pull up where they've had a vacancy or a cancellation, but I wouldn't plan my trip on that.
No, no, you can't. You'll end up elsewhere. So what's next here? Oh, there we go. Southernmost point in the
Southernmost
continental.
point.
Yeah, what is that? Obviously, it's
The
sort of
US
self-explanatory, isn't it?
U.S. Highway 1 goes from Key West, Florida, up to Maine, and this is mile marker 1. Everybody, one of the things when you go to Key West is you have to get your picture taken at the southernmost point.
Okay, so it's just it's the traditional spot, and of course you get those great
One of the
views
things
of the water and of what's coming next here, I believe, which is that. What is that's obviously a sailing
Just a
schooner, but
beautiful sailboat. Just enjoying the sunset cruise in Key West.
right. So I gotta believe that I'll have to bring this up to our photo host Dennis Guillaume, but this has got to be a wonderful haven for anybody who loves to take pictures and do any kind of photography, because you're getting some great shots there. So anyway, so Key West, starting way up there at Smather Beach and all the way down to Key West is it's well worth the time. Now, how much when you took
Yes.
your trip, how much time did you spend, and would you recommend more, less, whatever?
Well, a quick correction. Smather Beach is in Key West.
Oh, it is in Key West. Okay, sorry.
Yes, it's one of several beaches in Key West.
Okay.
We spent 8 days in the Keys and could have easily spent twice that much.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, I think that once you become acclimated to sunshine and beautiful weather, there's plenty of time for that. You want to enjoy that as long as you possibly can, I would think.
You start living on island time.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Well, we will get. Unfortunately, we're on Eastern time right here where we are, so we're going to take a break here, and we will be right back with more of Just a Gypsy. Stay with us. Today's show is brought to you by Angie's List, where you'll find thousands of unbiased reports and reviews about service companies in your area. Whether you're looking for a roofer, plumber, house cleaner, dentist, or even a doctor, Angie's List members share their experiences with each other so that you can choose the service company that's right for your job. Companies can't pay to be on Angie's List, and the reviews come from people just like you who have had experience with the companies mentioned. To find out more, go to rvnn.tv and click on the Angie's List ad.